Coalition of northern groups plans protest against Buhari's government for subsidy removal. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. The group urged the federal government to resign the anti-common man decision, which is counterproductive and a sure way to make the nation's economy drift worsens. Okay, if you have not been following, let me say this to you. The federal government said that come next year, as of next year, that they are going to start collecting, they are going to remove the forced subsidy, and people will be getting petrol for over 300 or 350 or 400. The group urged the federal government to resign the anti-common man decision, which is counterproductive and a sure way to make the nation's economic drift worsens. Sincerely, whenever this thing happens, I am kind of saying that I'm happy because people are beginning to come to the light. When I mean come to the light, I mean they're seeing things from different perspectives. The Northerners we know before will not even come out and say, oh, they're discussing about staging a protest or whatever. They do not. They do not. They are not even going to come out. First of all, the North is bleeding now. Sincerely, it is sounding too good to be true. But I am happy that we have woken up, and until we have the sense of it is a Nigerian issue, then we are going to keep struggling by ourselves for issues that we are supposed to come together and fight as one. The news in detail. The coalition of northern groups on Monday vowed to stage protests against the plan to withdraw forced subsidy in 2022 by the federal government. The group urged the federal government to resign the anti-common man decision, which is counterproductive and a sure way to make the nation's economic drift worsens. This was made known in a statement issued and signed by the group's coordinator Alhaji Yakubu Aliyu and made available to journalists in Kano on Monday. The statement read in part: the South-South chapter of the coalition of northern groups views with disdain the plan of a federal government to effect an upward review of the nation's already overpriced fuel. Should the federal government fail to heed our caveat, the group will not hesitate to join all serious protests that those who are also bitterly opposed to the pump price increase may embark on. More disturbing is the alleged twin simplistic policy to pay monthly a few millions of Nigerians 5,000 naira each to cushion the usual attendant harsh effect of the pump prices increase, which is far less than what the predictable hyperinflation will endanger. Against this grim background, our group hereby urges the federal government to resign the anti-common man decision, which is counterproductive and a sure way to make the nation's economic drift worsens. Malamele Kyari, Group Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, had in November said that subsidy would have been eliminated in 2020, but certain factors prevented it. He said that the law provided that by the end of February 2022, the nation should be out of a subsidy regime. Kyari, who made known at the presentation of the World Bank Nigeria Development Update November 2021 edition titled Time for Business Unusual, there will be no provision for it legally in our system, but I am also sure you will appreciate that government has bigger social responsibility to cater for the ordinary, and therefore engage in a process that will ensure that we exist in the most subtle and easy manner, he had said. Wow. If you ask me, I'm going to say this. I've said it before. Why don't they reduce the salary, the salary of the senators, the House of Reps, and, other people, other federal servants? It is high time they do. It is going to It is going to help the subsidy. I'm telling you. If they discuss about this, discuss about cutting down on whatever allowances, 50% of salaries, allowances stripped off, using the money to how will I put it, to come up for what's it called again? Yes, to make up for the subsidy removal. That is, they get this money after they have gathered it together, and it forms the subsidy removal money. Sincerely, it would have been fair. It would have been fair. But this one, nothing like that. Nothing of that sort. They just wake up one morning and say, let us do this, and let us do this, and they're doing it. So while everything is going on, I think they should have it in mind that the Northerners are saying, however you people want it, you people will say it. Coalition of Northern Group My Foods. They are nothing but the deceitful and faceless people under PDP who are the benefactors of fuel subsidy. Their protests will not change the reality because President Buhari will remove the subsidy for the interest of Nigerians. May God bless President Buhari for making Nigerians' life better with little resources we have in less than 7 years. This person is very sarcastic. Okay. Coalition of Southern Groups. There will be counter-protests down south. We will not allow them toil with the integrity of Mr. President just for stupid political gains. Oh my goodness. We play too much in this country, sincerely. Please use your brain first before delving into matters you do not understand. Subsidy removal is long overdue, but you can protest against insecurity and bad governance. How is it long overdue? Let us not forget how they harassed Goodluck Ebele, as in during his tenure as president of the country. Let us not forget how tirelessly he worked, how he was harassed. And people then were saying all sort of things. There is nothing they did not say against him. Yet, he did not come out and say hate speech or no hate. In fact, he did not come out to say, oh, the criticism should stop. He was busy working tirelessly. I am sure those that are in the administration were among those that even said, protest more, protest more. Tell him, let us remove the subsidy. It has now happened. The measure you give is the measure you're going to receive. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning into the lesson. And until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day.